Hello, this is my Thanksgiving video. I don't make videos very often, but I thought I would just try this and see how it goes. Um, so what I am thankful for this year in 2020 is a lot of things. But I just kind of thought, what can I kind of just encapsulate 2020 and talk about what I'm thankful for? So the word that I came up with is hope, because 2020 has been a year that maybe hasn't really looked all that hopeful. There's been a lot of bad things happen this year, in terms of course, the coronavirus, the rioting, the politics, the people not being very nice to each other, a lot of other weird things that have happened, the fact that we can't all get together as a family, that we can't always hug each other, that we have to wear masks, a lot of those kinds of things that wouldn't be maybe what we would have chosen. And you all know that I just had a recent surgery, which again wasn't something that I necessarily would have chosen. But through all of these things that have been going on, God knows about all of them. He is aware of all of them. None of them surprised him. And so I, of course, have been looking to him for comfort and direction and all of those things that we need to get through in order to have hope. And one of my favorite passages was in Psalm 16, where it says, "I have set the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoices. My flesh also shall rest in hope." So our flesh can rest in hope, even in the worst, scariest, most hopeless situation. We can rest in God's hope because he has a plan. We don't always see it. We don't always understand it. But there is a plan that he has. He promises us, he says, we have his hope that we have as an anchor of our soul, which is both sure and steadfast. And he also talks about that we can have the hope of eternal life, which God that cannot lie promised before the world began. So pretty cool, the things that God says in his word that are sure and steadfast. They're things that we can hope, and not just hope like we hope it happens. When God says it, it's a certainty that it is going to happen. And I am hopeful for the year coming up, for the rest of 2020 and for 2021, that before too long we will be able to come to Grandma Lynn's house, that I can have a Melody hug and a Willow hug and whoever else wants to hug, that we don't have to wear masks, that we can go to a Royals game, that we can go to a concert, that we can just kind of get back to some of those things that we did before. And I kind of wonder, from the way God works, if it isn't going to be even sweeter than it has been before, because we've had to do without it for this time period. So that just think about how awesome it will be when we can do all of those things again, and that can give us hope in any time, whether it's this year or next year or whenever. So that is my word, hope. We're going to be hopeful, and I'm thankful for hope, and looking forward to many more hopeful Thanksgivings. Bye.